Welcome everyone. This is the part 2 of my previous video. In my previous video, I was able to build API and display data like this. And now I'm gonna use React library to consume the API data and display it on browser. I've deleted unnecessary codes here and our browser is blank. And the next thing I did was created a service folder, and inside service folder I also added this API service.js file. And the other thing I did was I added this patient.js component. So inside app.js I'm gonna call this patient component because React.js is built in a modular structure, like multiple models or components create a React app. So import, save it. Inside patient.js, I'll type RFC. These, I'll just add a fragment and a h3. Save it. Let's see. Alright, this is working. Now the next thing I'd like to do is inside our apps API service.js, I'd like to create this API function. So I'll type RFC, uh, remove this default, and yes, and I'd like to call get patient as a function name. And you have to install AXIOS library to do that. Type npm AXIOS, and by doing that I'm able to use AXIOS on my API service. Here you can type return axios dot get, and we'll put the URL link, copy this, and in here paste this, then response dot data, save it, and go inside patient.js. And you know what, inside app.js we're gonna use this use state and use hooks, use effect hooks, just so that we can pass props and see how it actually works. So let's import and these hooks, and let's do patients, and we'll use state hook here, and it's an empty array, empty list for now. And let's call use effect. It's a function, and let's pass empty list here also, so it doesn't render all the time. And inside use effect we need to call get. Before that, let's do mount, and let's call get patient, then response. So we're gonna put the response that we receive from uh, get patient function API. Gonna put this response inside patients here. We can do that directly. So we need to use the set patients. So the response goes inside patients. Let's console log data, save it, and after we see the response, function and mount. Alright, and by now the response is already inside patients. Copy this and let's pass it as props. And inside patient.patient.js, let's get what we have passed, and let's actually see what we have in our console. Let's clear everything in. So we do have two datas. Uh, so you can see we can access this blood group and blood work details easily, but to access first name and last name and patient ID, we need to go through for key. Also, I noticed a typo in my blood group. We'll figure that out. Uh, Alright, let's call this patients. To do that, let's create a table. Save it, and we have table body. Sorry, let's do like this. Um, Inside table body, we're gonna call this patients.map. Let's call it patient. Such that this we will return these. Let's not forget to write return here, and let's see if this works or not. Yeah, it's actually giving us the data. So what we can do is, if you remember, to access first name we need to go through foreign key. So patient.foreign name. This should give us our first name. Copy this. Last name and blood group, and we don't need this for key for blood group. So we have our data. Um, if you can see, if I'm gonna refresh, You're getting this warning. So to fix this, we need to put our key. The key would be patient dot for key dot patient ID. Let's save it. This should remove the bug. Yep, that's all. And let's give a border 2 pixel, and I think and this will be like 10 pixel. Okay, that's what we wanted. In my next videos I will try to cover the entire CRUD operation in multiple tables. Thank you very much for watching.